I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Thompson outside. Out to Harris. The three-pointer off the mark. And Gordon has got the ball here for Denver. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Here's Hardaway after the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago. Cunningham. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Pass to Hardaway. Harris outside. Now here's Cunningham. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
There's Cunningham showing off that leaping ability. Outstanding finish with the slam.
Outside Murray. Clock at 6. Screen by Gordon. The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
What a dynamic drive by Murray. Upsetting the defense and getting him to a shot.
Harris left side. Wide open. Again, the Pistons score.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist.
Duran with a steal. And now the Pistons in transition. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Great recognition. Understanding that that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
And then Porter with the dunk.
Being Porter Jr. is 6'10", you have to know where he is at all times, especially when he's lurking inside.
And here's Cunningham outside. The rebound by Murray.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Back to Jokic. Outside Porter. Takes the three. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Porter's got 5.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up. Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Inside. Second chance shot. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pass to Jokic. Out to the right wing. Detroit with a rebound. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul. Substitution.
Outside Schroeder. Down low. Pass to Thompson. Up and over Gordon. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. 11 points.
16.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. Cunningham looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. Powerful take from Cunningham.
Pretty clever move by Cunningham, calling for the play to get himself some space to work with.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard. And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
To the paint. Here's Stewart. Gordon pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Westbrook. And a missed layup.
How'd that move work out? The important part is to get the ball in the basket, not to make the highlight reel. Come on.
Pass to Harris. Back to Beasley. Here's the 3. No good there. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. It's Najee, high post. Westbrook taking his time here. Back to Najee. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
I'll tell you, excellent vision from Westbrook. He's no stranger to pick and roll execution.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Oh, it cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Gordon. Pass to Strother. Oh, stolen by Harris.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Thompson. And the layup falls. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Now Watson. No good on the 3.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Here's Schroeder. No points so far. Now Thompson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. We'll stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
And both free throws good for Schroeder. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Now a timeout called by Denver. And Detroit making a change here. Nuggets trail by 6. Pass to Strother. Back to Murray. "51 seconds left in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the take. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Duren.
Yeah, I love how Murray varies his pace and keeps defenders guessing.
The Nuggets making a switch here.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Holland. Right side Schroeder. Some solid defense from Jordan.
You challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Pistons ahead. They're up by 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The Nuggets trail. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Cunningham. All by himself. And there's the whistle. And I think that was a clear path foul there. Yep, the offense will get 1 shot at the line and retain possession. Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle?
He is just an excellent pick-and-roll option. Jokic always uses his high basketball IQ to find and execute the right play.
And it's Cunningham missing.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Detroit making a change here. Will stand perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniforms, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. And here's Westbrook. No points yet. Outside Watson. From downtown. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham outside. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You have to admire Cunningham's concentration in these spots, refusing to let the defense overwhelm him.
And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. The lead is 2. Pass to Thompson. For 3, Hardaway. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now here's Watson. Back to Westbrook. Three-pointer. Connects from downtown. Westbrook's got 5.
You love how Westbrook commits to his selections, not letting anything distract him on the three-point shot.
And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Up top, Schroeder. 5 on the clock. Harris outside. They get it back. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Pass to Thompson. Back to Hardaway. The Pistons need to get one up quick. And again, the Pistons missing. Denver in the lead. Here's Westbrook. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
And it's Detroit with the ball. A minute 15 left in the third. Pass to Harris. On the wing, Thompson. The ball's knocked loose. Porter with the steal. Here's Strother. Ooh, rejected by Harris.
A sneaky 6'8". Harris putting his length to use.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Jokic. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It goes on Tim Hardaway.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. The free throw drops for Jokic. And coach, a three-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
Everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing. Nice pass inside, making things easy for him.
Pass to Schroeder. Harris on the wing. Out to Schroeder. To end the run. Harris, and that one's good. Harris has got 10 points. Westbrook outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Nuggets lead by 5. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Denver up 5. And when
The Pistons, 39.
and with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Pistons trail by 5. Cunningham with the ball. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Hardaway. It's stolen by Saric. Here's Tyson to the inside. Najee. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
At the line for 2.
So he comes up empty, missing both. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's Murray. The shot, no good. Good D by Duran. Pass to Cunningham. Beasley outside. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Cunningham.
I mean, he does everything on the floor. Cunningham always with max effort.
To the middle. Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
Beasley for 3. The shot off that time. Murray with it. Picked up by Cunningham. The drive by Murray. And Cunningham pulls it down. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth. Hardaway from outside. On target from range. Hardaway's got his first 3 points of the game. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
The Nuggets want a timeout. So both teams changing it up here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points in the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Allie, thank you. For 3, here's Harris. Drops in the 3. And the Pistons lead by 4.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his 3-point shooting. Helps his team space the floor.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with this transition.
And here's Ivy from the arc. The rebound by Murray. And here's Denver. Pass to Jokic. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
To the inside. Great D that time from Jokic. Tipped away.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Right side, Hardaway. Pass to Harris. Now here's Hardaway. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
There's no debate there. He's got hammered.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Stewart with it. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Harris outside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Hardaway from outside. Rebounded by Denver.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Chalk up 2 there.
And this is why they go to Murray in critical spots of the game. He just knows how to come through. Ooh.
A minute 6 left to play in the fourth. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
The Pistons making a switch here. Back to Jokic. To the paint. Here's Murray. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And it's Detroit with the ball. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game. Murray with it, guarded by Stewart. He connects! And that one brings him within 1.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Ivy outside. Harris a screen. 4 on the clock. Oh, wow. Unable to get off a shot. They'll turn it over. Very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. The Nuggets want a timeout. All right, guys, how do you see them managing the next possession?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Here's Murray. Inside. Here's Jokic. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So it's a narrow victory for the Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. Now here's Holiday. Brown inside. Back to Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Porzingis misses.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
That's tipped. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Brown. Launches a 3. And Jalen Green with the 3.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
It's Brown on the wing. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Driving in. And he makes it on the layup.
Speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
Thompson with it. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
How'd that move work out? The important part is to get the ball in the basket, not to make the highlight reel. Come on.
Now here's Porzingis. 3-pointer. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. Thompson outside. On the take. Smith outside. That 3's off the mark. The Celtics on offense. Here's Tatum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And this guy can just fly. Green lifts off and slams it down.
They kick it out to Porzingis. The 3. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside, Green. Thompson outside. Pass to Smith. Green with the ball. On the wing, Brooks. Jacks up a 3. Boston pulls it in.
2 minutes.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Pass to Şengün. Smith outside. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
Oh! Wow! Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Here's Thompson. Second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Tatum from long range. Smith with the rebound.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it. Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
It's good.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Picked by Smith. Out to the wing. Brooks from outside. Goes back up. Thompson outside. Second chance shot. They shoot again. And it's good on the layup.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Şengün with a steal. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Rockets ahead, leading by 1.
The Celtics, 11.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here. Here in the second. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
Pass to Whitmore. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Green, 1 at the D. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Green's got 7. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Here's Tatum. Another one falls for Boston. And Houston has possession. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Smith outside. Left side, Whitmore. Pass to Eason. For 3, Smith. Counted from distance. He has 6.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Here's Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Here's Tatum. Okay, Tatum punching it home.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.